welcome back to Detective Grimoire. Alright, we left off at the cafe talking to the Chef Harper here. Now we're going to continue on, see a new place of the swamp. That little animation there, it's like, it's an unnecessary extra, but very much appreciated. It's a lot of nice flavor.
Someone please tell me why there's a house here. Well, the lights are on. Maybe somebody's home.
It'd be irresponsible if they weren't, since there's smoke coming out chimney.
Someone please.
Yep, just go walk into the house.
The latch is broken on this door. Seems I can fix it with those 3 cogs if I just put them in the right place. Once they're on the right pins, I can move the handle at the bottom to try and open the door.
Okay, I see. Interesting. Oh. Look at this.
Perfect. I am amazing.
9-1. Cool hairstyle, like a giant leaf.
You just walked straight into my house, did you?
Not exactly. I had to climb up here first. I'm paid to walk into people's houses. Sorry, I would have rung the bell. Do the first one.
Not exactly. I had to climb up here first.
Normally, I have methods for dealing with unwanted attention, but I can make exceptions for harmless idiots.
Do you get any attention up here?
Most of the time, people like to leave me alone. But I don't think you're going to, are you?
No. I could make an excuse and say it's my job to ask you about last night, but to be honest, I climbed all the way up here and I just like being indoors.
Well, if you insist on staying, I'll tell you. I'm Lady Weybridge, and I think you might be climbing up the wrong trees.
I'm Detective Grimoire, and I think I might agree with you.
Well, what she was doing last night.
Your job is to ask me about what happened last night.
Do you even know what happened last night?
I know more than you might imagine.
Oh, that sounds useful. Can you tell me? What were you doing?
I was here, in my house, by myself.
Mm-hmm. What else?
That's it.
Thanks. Just give me a minute to write all this down. What do you do here? Did you work for Richard Remington?
I was living here before that man was even born. And I have absolutely nothing to do with him, or his little tourist attraction.
You're exaggerating. How long have you been here? Just in this treehouse? What do you do up here?
I've been here longer than anyone. Even longer than, well, anyone.
I like numbers.
60 years, something like that.
What have you been doing for that time? If you don't mind me asking.
I have many reasons to be here, but I won't bore you with all the details of my life.
I'm sure there's one detail worth writing down.
I like to study the plants and flowers in this area. I've learned many things from them.
What about this little chemistry set you've got on your table?
I wouldn't call it a chemistry set. But if you bring me an object that has liquid on it, or inside it, I'll tell you what that liquid consists of.
Wow, how do you do that?
Chemistry.
I got a flower book. Page from Weybridge's Book of Pressed Flowers. Contains information about all the flowers in the swamp and where they grow. The green and red species only grow around the side door of the museum and can't be found anywhere else. Did find those flower petals on the dock by the protest section.
I found these
Costume.
designs for a boggy costume. Do you know anything about them?
You're asking me because you can tell I'm experienced with needlecraft and sew my own clothes?
No, but that's a good reason. Let's go with that.
Well, these designs look like they should have stayed where they were.
In the trash?
On paper.
Oh, how come?
Whoever drew them didn't really know what they were doing.
You would have done it differently?
Of course. I am a seamstress. There was a time when I considered sewing my craft, my livelihood.
Really?
When Richard Remington arrived in the swamp years ago, I offered him some of my handmade fabric as a peace offering. I don't think he cared much for it. Most likely he threw it away. A pointless gift from some strange woman.
Oh, I have a feeling that the curtain... Whoa. I guess that's because she can look at it, but I want to present the current piece.
If you bring me something with liquid on it, I might be able to help you.
Oh, I thought I would get some information from it. Okay.
Let's
Juice.
see. First thing we do is put the sample of liquid into the cauldron. Then tap the faucet.
So, here,
And now, we just have to match the color of that liquid with these ingredients.
that's green, so blue. Oh,
Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes.
interesting. Lockpick.
Let's see. First thing we do is put the sample of liquid, then tap the faucet.
Same thing.
And now, we just have to match the color of...
Exact same thing. Yellow. Got green.
Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. That looks pretty similar to last time.
Sure does.
Let's see.
Leggings.
First thing, then tap... And now...
Yellow. All the same.
Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. Was that the same as last time? This was the exact same liquid.
Oh, yep, just as I thought.
There's a whole load of needles and wool on that shelf. Or should I say yarn? I just don't know anymore. The owner of this house seems to enjoy reading, though I'm not sure what else there is to do up here, actually. I'm indoors. What a treat. This is like an oven? Or is it just a boiler? It's so old-fashioned it hurts my brain. Check out that sunlight beaming through the window. It's so bright I should have brought my sunglasses. A little blanket on a little bed in a little house. It makes very little sense.
Did say she's been here 60 years, which apparently is how long Boggy's been here, so... But I think we're done for here. To the next section. Oh, the little girl's here.
Aha! The great detective returns. Did you run out of ideas? Need a little push in the right direction?
Getting a new idea involves ignoring you. No need to push me, but the direction would help. You're the one who needs a little push. I'm gonna be nice.
No need to push me, but the direction would help.
Like it or not, I'm here to help you.
I get it. You give me a map, then you magically disappear and hide behind a tree for an hour. You want me to be impressed?
Did you talk to all the suspects yet?
I'm working on it. You can't rush these things, you know.
Have you noticed anything unusual?
I notice that this is going to take longer than I originally planned, and I'm getting the feeling that I wasn't wrong about this tourist attraction.
What do you mean?
I had a hard time believing there could be a place like this here in a dark corner of a swamp. It didn't make sense, and it still doesn't.
Some things don't make sense straight away. You need to look a little closer.
At what? The mud? The water? The trees?
Nope. here for years, and they're not to blame. They belong here.
She's gone again. Hiding in a bush, no doubt. I wonder if she'll ever tell me something I can actually understand.
I don't know, that makes sense to me. You can't blame what's been here naturally. It's who's, the people here is what's causing problems.
This staircase is a tree. And this tree's a staircase. And this place is so weird. The rock path leading back towards the museum. The water's clear here. I can see my reflection in it. Not bad. The water's clear here. Not bad. What's this? Looks like the stuff in the water has been moved around recently. Maybe if I reposition them, I'll find a clue.
Oh. Wait. Oh, hey, this is the footprint.
I recognize that footprint. It's the same as the one found at the crime scene.
Right. That means that the baker's been through here. Both three. I think it's gonna go back to where we were, so we'll go down this way. Yep, this is new.
That's the logo for Boggy's Bog. So, I'm guessing this museum is an official part of the tourist attraction. I hope they don't charge an entrance fee. I don't think it's a window, but this hatch is shut at the moment. I can't see inside. This side of the museum is surrounded by blue and red flowers. That museum is quite a nice building, which makes it look even more out of place in a swamp. Is it being held up on wooden supports? It's bizarre. That museum... Wait, is it... That museum... Is it...
Okay.
The door's jammed unless I can get these brass handles out of the way. It seems like I can rotate them around, just until the gap in the middle is clear. That top hat guy would have so struggled with this one.
Not that guy. I think he's talking about Professor Layton. Oh. This guy.
So,
Let me guess, you don't work here, do you? I wonder if that makes you the first tourist I've seen today.
you're incorrect, detective. I am no mere tourist.
How did you know I was a detective? Was it my stylish trench coat? My sensitive, inquisitive manner?
It was the clueless expression on your face.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's the one.
That's it. You've done it now. What's your name?
I go by Folder. Agent Folder. What are you doing?
Alright, bad things about you. My notebook. I'm doing a drawing of your beautiful face. Writing in my diary. It's been a long day.
I'm writing bad things about you in my notebook.
Last night.
So, Mr. Folder.
Agent Folder.
Yeah, were you here yesterday? What were you doing last night?
I was here, in the museum, going through my files one final time before disappearing into the night.
Don't museums usually close in the evenings?
They do. I've never been one to worry about other people's schedules. I come and go as I please. There's a key to every lock, detective.
Oh, so you have the key to the museum?
Of course I don't. Why would you think that?
Well,
Once again, that clueless expression. I use a lockpick and get in through the small side door. I have a right to be here, you see. Remington has no business locking me out, so I don't let him.
You just admitted to breaking the law. If everyone did that, my job would be a lot easier.
It's not the best lockpick. This new one's cheap. I used to own one, a superior model. Unfortunately, I misplaced it in one of the darker corners of the swamp, so
I'm writing down your confession about sneaking around here at night.
And what are you gonna do? Report me to Remington? Good luck, my friend.
I need to pick my questions carefully.
Yeah, let's give a shot. Lockpick. At boat. Protester by Kevin by lost near. Lockpick I found near the body. Might be belong to Agent
The lockpick I found near Remington's body might belong to Agent Folder. As far as I know, Agent Folder is experienced with lockpicks. I wonder if he's hiding something.
Okay, see what we got. We'll ask the rest of this before I go after challenge.
So, if you're not a tourist, and you don't work here...
I am a scholar, an academic. I'm here to research the past and uncover the future.
So, you're visiting the museum. For fun.
Fun! Oh, there's nothing so simple as fun to be had here. I come to this museum night and day to study its secrets.
Ah, what kind of secrets? It's just a museum about Boggy, right? The swamp creature.
He's one of the most intriguing modern examples of cryptozoology. A fascinating combination of scientific fact and wild speculation.
I'm with you on the speculation front. Although, come to think of it, people have been hinting that I should find out about the history of this creature.
A wise suggestion. And you've come to the right person. My knowledge far exceeds anyone else you might have met so far.
So, you'll help me?
I suppose I could divulge some of my findings with you, if you're in the mood for a little light reading. Let me find it for you. Oh yeah, this'll do. Something for beginners at least.
Let's see. Folder's file. Information about Boggy, collected by Agent Folder. Boggy Swamp became a protected area after reports of hunting in the area. Boggy's appearance has changed from the original sketches, which he has 3 claws on each arm. Modern character has simple fin-like arms instead to make him less threatening. No footprints were recorded in the journal, but some experts believe that information is out there somewhere. Interesting. Yeah, so if two different conflicting information here, because if we remember from the murder file, it said he was stabbed with claws, which would be like the original. But everyone knows the modern Boggy as being this like tentacle armed, and that seems to be what the costume was based after too. So a little bit of conflicting information here.
I found these designs for a Boggy costume.
Oh, some ridiculous new merchandise for tourists to waste their money on.
No, I believe the murderer was dressed like this last night when they attacked Remington.
If they were trying to scare him out of the swamp, they should have spent more time making an accurate design.
What do you mean?
Well, this design is some bizarre hybrid between the real creature and the cartoon character. It simply hasn't been researched properly.
What's wrong with it?
Well, those flippers? Pure guesswork. Nothing but foolish imagination. Nobody knows what Boggy's feet look like. No footprint has ever been recorded.
So tell me, Special Agent Folder, how would you do a better job researching it if nothing has ever been recorded?
Oh, well, that's, you know, I mean, it's all a matter of taking the time to... It's just that there's no way anyone would believe nothing but foolishness.
Okay, now I could go straight for a challenge, but I actually want to hear what he says about the lockpick.
Something you found on the floor? Come back when I'm not so busy, alright?
Ah, okay. Challenge then.
I have a bone to pick with you.
Are you setting yourself up for a joke? Something about a lockpick?
Maybe. Who knows? Stop distracting me. I'm trying to interrogate you.
My apologies, go ahead.
So, what are we showing Folder now?
Lockpick.
Where did I find this again?
Right outside the
I
office.
found a lockpick at the scene of the crime.
Oh, apparently you did. Why does this concern me?
He said, nope. You already admitted to owning a lockpick and using it to open locked doors. We don't know if he's at the scene of crime, but we do know this.
You already admitted to owning one of these, and how you're ever so happy to come and go as you please with it, am I right? Be honest.
Luckily for me, Detective, I was honest with you. I believe I have already explained that second lockpick before you even found it.
Oh, you left your lockpick. You lost your lockpick in the swamp and had to buy a new one.
You lost your lockpick in the swamp and had to buy a new one.
That's right. I appreciate you finding it for me. However, I won't ask for it back. Apparently, it has since become some diabolical instrument in the art of murder.
Yeah, it's an important piece of evidence.
Hey, information there. So, more stuff to look around here. Got a couple of museum pieces I need to check out. However, we're about out of time for this part, so I will leave it here and we'll come back, explore the museum, and then I think we're going to jump to the office since we now have the key there. So, thank you for joining me for this episode. See you next time.